Hi there, welcome to my Origami of the Day calendar video for Friday, November 20th, 2009. The model in the calendar today is of an emperor penguin. It uses a regular piece of origami paper. Shouldn't be too complicated, so get your supplies in hand and we'll get started right away. As I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video, this model starts out using the fish base, which we've done many times throughout the course of this year. But if you're new to these videos, of course, let me go ahead and show you how you create that particular base. And what you're going to do initially is to hold your piece of paper with the white side, if you're using a two-colored piece of paper, with the white side facing you. Fold it in half on the diagonal, simply to create a center fold for yourself. Open it back up and then fold the two corners over, side corners over to that center line, like so. Once you've done that, flip your piece around and fold this bottom tip up to this tip. So you're folding it up like this. Now, flip your piece around again, and it will look like this. And what you're going to be doing is pulling down on each one of these sides. You're pulling this piece down and folding this edge, this edge, to the center. So pull down and fold it in to the center, like that. Pull this down and then fold it over and in to the center, so that when you're done you have sort of an upside down looking kite shape. And then the last bit to create the fish base is to take the back flap, because at this point there's two flaps at the top here. Take the back flap and fold it down like that. So once you're done, there'll be a smaller double flaps right at the center portion, and then this longer peak. It's a little harder for you to see because this is black paper, but you've got a triangular piece here that's split, and then the other will be behind that. And this is your fish base. Now take your fish base and fold it in half toward the back so that those flaps are facing down, like this. And then see if you can follow this next little set of folds, because I think it's a little confusing based on the picture and the directions of how you get to where they want you to be. What you're doing is the top portion of this flap, the top piece of paper, you're going to be folding back toward this edge at an angle. You're folding it back at an angle, and when you do that, the rest of it's going to kind of come along with it. Then the under part, the other part of it, pull that back toward that same edge. So pull this part toward the edge so that it folds straight across, so that you're folding it down straight across, and that winds up exposing a black section of that whole flap. And then you'll be folding down really at an interesting little angle back toward the center to make that happen. So here we are on the other side. You're doing the same thing on both sides. So here we are on this side. Here's the flap. I'm taking the top piece of paper and I'm going to be pulling it back at an angle. Pull it back at an angle toward this edge here. Okay? Once I've pulled it so that to the place where it crosses over really this edge, hold your finger and take the next piece and pull that up and across to that same point where it's intersecting, so that you can fold it down there, and that's really a straight line right there. That edge is a straight line across to where the first flap intersects this back band, and then fold back on in the other angle here that piece, and you'll have exposed this again black portion of the flap. So when you're done, your piece will look like this on both sides. Last bit of folds that are going to create our penguin, and to start out, you've got the white side, which this is the sort of the breast area of your bird, and to get the head shape, you're actually going to fold first in the opposite direction and then bring it back in the direction that you would anticipate that the head is going to point. So the first thing we're going to be doing is an outside fold over the top, just to create a crease, back and forth in the opposite direction from here. So you're making the fold toward this side. Then open your piece up along in here, flip it, push it in. You're doing an inside reverse fold, so you're pushing in on it and folding it over like that, folding it up and together like that, so that now this is facing toward the back of the bird. Now, once you've done that, you're going to then pull this same piece and flip it up, and over toward the front, so that it bends right at this point here. So you're flipping this up and reversing it back into the other direction. Reversing it that way. And there you have it now pointing in toward the front. Now the last thing that you're going to be doing is really like a little accordion pleat on the beak here. If I open it up this way and hold it right so that you can see, fold it back and then back again, a little accordion pleat like that, and then close it back up. And that will give you your beak. Take your wings now and fold them toward the front, one, and you're making a fold right here so that this part is parallel to the ground. Flip it around, do the same thing on this side. Take your wing, fold it, bend it right along here to the front. And then the same technique that we used for the head, where we first folded it in the wrong direction, what seemed to be the wrong direction, we're going to use that for the feet as well. So first, make a crease back and forth for your feet. Put your finger in here and then fold it inside and reverse it inside like that. And then take that same piece that you just did, flatten it out, reverse it back in and back toward the front, like so. And there, when you're done, is your emperor penguin. Alright, so that's it for our Friday model, an emperor penguin. On Monday, the model in the calendar uses a dollar bill. It's another one that uses money. So come prepared with a dollar bill, and in the meantime, have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here soon enough. Take care. Bye.